Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Country with another installment of Building the Team. So this past week we did the 500 points. Everyone must be a mutant. Obviously, I went with the X-Men team with Old Man Phoenix. Due to a lack of people showing up, however, we ended up only doing a battle royale, and I got to see just how annoying Krakoan Revival really can be. And, well, okay, not so much annoying so much as frustrating. But still did pretty well. Old Man Phoenix did work. I mean, he took a hit. I think there were a few points where he didn't take hits, but he healed back the following turn. So yeah. Anyway, so this week, now okay, we had an idea about a month ago back when House of X was in the beginning of December, that the game before the set came out would be no more mutants. Or no mutants allowed, basically. Because we were all about to be playing mutants for, until Future Foundation comes out, or later. So, but no one showed up for that. So we kind of just held on to it and decided, hey, we'll do it after. And we decided we'd try to do it again after House of X came out, which the whole idea is, never mind. Anyway, but I did manage to put together a couple of teams without mutants, and surprisingly enough, each one includes at least one figure from House of X. First off, we have ourselves an AIM team, Advanced Idea Mechanics. It's actually pretty heavy in generics, because, well, generics, Anywho, so our 400 point AIM team. First off, we've got 3 of the AIM Red Squad from Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati. These guys are a really great generic support piece. They come in at 20 points, have the AIM, Avengers, Hydra, and Soldier keywords, as well as a trait, Security and Tactics Division. At the end of the game, for all characters with this trait, choose Empower or Enhancement, and they can use the chosen power of this game. If they are part of a named theme team, you can choose both. Well, AIM is a named keyword, so yeah. Looking at the dial, it's not a very long dial, but we get a click of sidestep followed by a couple clicks of flurry, and on defense we have some toughness followed by a click of combat reflexes there at the end. But yeah, we got 3 of those guys, so you can get up next to a range attacker or a close attacker, and boost their damage by 3. Not bad, not bad. Next up, we've got Dr. Aaliyah Gregor. Now, she does hail from the House of X set. She was an antagonist character in House of X, part of the group known as Orcus, which is a new anti-mutant group. They're the more refined, science-y part. It's like we prefer to use giant murder robots as opposed to messing with the bodies of instead of breeding living assassins to do our killing. So, anyways, Dr. Gregor comes in at 20 points. She has the AIM, Sentinel, and Scientist keywords. Looking at her dial, we've got a full run of Stealth. We get a couple clicks of Incapacitate, followed by a click of Force Blast or Smoke Cloud on attack. We get a couple clicks of Willpower on defense. On damage, we have a special power, Science Commander of Orcus, which gives her leadership as well as a unique modifier. Friendly bystanders within 5 squares modify their combat values by +1. Okay. Honestly, she would be a lot better on a team in a game where mutants were allowed, because there's a good chance I won't be using Krakoan Revival, and so yeah. And I'd probably just be saying, just keep giving me those Orcus soldier bystanders. Well, okay, I'd probably at least take Covenant Akaba. Next up, we've got 3 of the AIM White Squad figures. These guys also came from Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati. They come in at 30 points. have the AIM, Avengers, Hydra, and Soldier keyword, or Scientist keywords, Scientist. And they have a trait, Science and Engineering Division. In the game, for all characters with this trait, choose Outwit or Perplex, and they can use each other's power, name, team, both. Looking at this dial, we start off with nothing on speed, followed by a couple clicks of sidestep. On attack, we get a couple click of incapacitate. On defense, we open up with a click of inertial deflection, followed by a couple clicks of defend. On damage, we open up with nothing, but we click into support. Okay, alright. And the support clicks line up with the defend clicks, which the defend clicks actually have very low values, so that will actually make it real easy for healing purposes, because you can get adjacent to someone and, you know, like, oh yes, well, I'm going to defend your defense down to a 15 and roll support. And then with, you know, a 9, you just need a 6 to hit a 15, so yeah. Anyway, next up we have ourselves the Industrial Spy from Captain America and the Avengers. This guy also comes in at 30 points. He has the team player wildcard ability. Though the only team ability on the team is uncopyable, so oops. Anyways, so like I said, he comes in at 30 points. He's got the team player wildcard ability. We got the AIM, Hammer Industries, Hydra, and Spy keywords, as well as the trait Espionage, granting him stealth, as well as improved movement and improved targeting in north entering terrain. Looking at his dial, we've got a full run of sidestep. On speed, on attack, we open up with a click of Precision Strike, followed by a couple of clicks of Steel Energy. On defense, we have a click of Willpower, followed by a couple of clicks of Combat Reflexes. On damage, we open up with a special power called Stolen Access to all of Stark's best tech. Gives him Outwit. When the Industrial Spy uses it and chooses only standard powers, he can use chosen power or powers until your next turn. If the targeted character has the Armor, Robot, Hammer Industries, Stark Industries, or Vehicle keyword, Industrial Spy can choose 2 powers instead of 1. That can be very useful. We have that for 1 click, followed by a couple clicks of Exploit Weakness, so not too shabby. And with the Steel Energy, if he gets knocked off of that, he can, provided he doesn't get KO'd, he can potentially heal back up to that that top click. Next up, we've got Dario Agger. Remember how I mentioned that we had 1 team ability on this team and it was uncopyable? Yeah, Dario's the guy with it. Dario here comes in at 50 points, has the Mystics team ability. So if he gets attacked, if he's hit with an attack, the attacker takes 1 penetrating damage. Should be unavoidable, not penetrating, but whatever. He has the AIM, Hydra, Monster, Mystical, Politician, and Ruler keywords. We have a Cossid trait, which we're not using, but Legacy of Minos. Shape change. Dario Auger would be KO'd. Instead, replace him with the Minotaur, with the Captain America and the Avengers number 27 Minotaur on his last non-KO click, then roll a d6, and heal him equal to half the result, protected from Pulse Wave. Okay, alright. But, like I said, we're not using that. I didn't have the 25 points, so... Well, I probably could have done it, but no, yeah, never mind. Look at his dial. We get a full run of Stealth on attack, or on speed. On attack, we get a couple of clicks of Telekinesis, followed by a couple of clicks of Incapacitate. On defense, we got a full run of Mastermind. And on damage, with a special power, an endless supply of resources, which gives him Outwit and Probability Control. Opposing characters within 5 squares can't use team abilities. Okay, alright. Next up, we've got Black Widow. That's the Yelena Belova Black Widow. From Black Panther and the Illuminati. She comes in at 60 points, has the AIM, Assassin, Martial Arts, and Spy keywords. We've also got improved movement, ignores characters, as well as a trait Ultimate Spy, giving her shape change and stealth. Looking at her dial, she also has the team player wildcard ability, not that it matters. Looking at her dial, we open up with a few clicks of special speed power, taking up the mantle, which gives her plasticity and sidestep, which gives way to a few clicks of just regular sidestep. On attack, we open up with some poison. We got a brief mid-blank click followed by a couple clicks of precision strike at the end. Defense, we've got Indomitable, so built-in willpower. We open up with special defense power, letting your guard down, which is your combat reflexes. As a free action, choose an adjacent character and a standard defense power. Until your next turn, the chosen character can't use the chosen defense power. Meaning it's still there, but this actually is a workaround for protected outwit, basically. That then gives way to a couple clicks of super senses. On damage, we open up with a couple clicks of close combat expert, and she ends with a couple clicks of ranged combat expert. Okay, all right. Now for the big chunk of the team, we've got MODOK, the mental organism designed only for killing. I love this guy. Damn shame I've never actually used him in a real game. I mean, I've used him once in a game against myself this summer, but that doesn't really count. So MODOK here comes in at 90 points. He's got the AIM, Intelligentsia, MODOK's 11, Robot and Scientist keywords as well as a trait. You thought you had me, Captain America. Energy deflection. Once per game when MODOK would be hit with a range attack, you may instead choose that he evaded. If you do, MODOK can't use ESD for the rest of the game. Protected, Pulse Wave. Okay. Looking at his dial, we open up with a couple clicks of running shot, followed by a few clicks of special speed power. I am MODOK. Gives him sidestep and mind control. When MODOK uses mind control, after resolutions, deal penetrating damage equal to his printed damage value divided among his hit targets. And he can target 3, so yeah. That then gives way to a couple clicks of sidestep. On attack, we've got a couple clicks of penetrating psychic blast, and that's sadly it. On defense, he opens up with a couple clicks of invincible, followed by a couple clicks of invulnerability, a couple clicks of toughness, and a click of regeneration at the end. He has the damage, or he has the giant damage symbol, so he can see. He ignores standard characters for line of fire. Basically, you could have the entire team in front of him, and he could just be like, "Yeah, that's cool. I'll shoot that guy over there." But power-wise, we've got a couple clicks about wit, a few clicks of probability control, and then a couple clicks of perplex. Sadly, he does not have indomitable or willpower, but well, just have to keep Dr. Gregor next to him, and hopefully pull off those pesky action tokens. Next up, we have ourselves a Thunderbolts team. Starting off with Black Widow. This is the non-prime Black Widow from Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati. You might be wondering why she's in the set. Well, they put one in. She did briefly hold on to the space gem, so that's why she's there. But she comes in at 35 points, has the Avengers and team wildcard team abilities, as well as the Avengers, Champions, Marvel Knights, Shield, Thunderbolts, Cosmic, Martial Arts, and Spy keywords. And we also have a costed trait, Bearer of the Space Gem, which we're not using. We're actually maxed out point-wise. Basically, it would allow her to start to begin the game with the Space Gem equipped. Looking at her dial, we've got a few clicks of not much. We got a few clicks of leap climb, a few clicks of on speed, a few clicks of incapacitate on attack, a few clicks of combat reflexes on defense, and a few clicks of perplex on damage. For 35, I mean, it's not bad, but it just doesn't scream Black Widow to me. To me, that is. Next up, we've got Fixer. Fixer here comes in at 50 points. He's got the AIM, Hydra, Masters of Evil, Shield, Thunderbolts, and Scientist keywords. We've also got the Assemble Bolts and Masters trait. Once per turn, when he hits, after resolutions, you may roll a d6 on a 5 or a 6. If you have 3 or more characters with the Masters of Evil or Thunderbolts keywords, remove an action token from Fixer or give an action token to a hit target. If you have 6 or more, do both. Now, we've only got 5, so it's a one or the other. Looking at his dial, we get a few clicks of Force Blast, followed by a couple clicks of Sidestep. On attack, we open up with a couple clicks of telekinesis, so that's nice. On defense, we've got a few clicks of inertial deflection, followed by a couple clicks of toughness. On damage, we open up with a special power, Resident Tech Genius, which gives him Perplex. As a unique modifier, he may instead choose a single combat value other than damage to modify on all friendly characters within 4 squares in line of fire. Okay. We then round out the dial with a couple clicks of Range Combat Expert. Okay, alright. Next up, we've got Baron Zemo. Him and Fixer are both from Captain the Avengers. Zemo comes in at 65 points, has the Master of Evil team ability as well as the Master of Evil Thunderbolts, Martial Arts, and Scientist keywords. We also have 2 traits. First off is Assemble Bolts and Masters, just like Fixer. And next we shall call ourselves the Thunderbolts. During game setup, when establishing theme teams, you may treat Masters of Evil and Thunderbolts as a single named keyword. We're not, but we could if we wanted to. Looking at his dial, we open up with a few clicks of the special speed power, Wait for the perfect time to strike, which gets him charge, running shot, and stealth. That thing gives way to a few clicks of regular charge. On attack, we get it open up with a few clicks of Precision Strike, followed by a few clicks of Blades, Claws, Fangs. Defense, he's got Indomitable, opens up with a few clicks of Mastermind. That is Mastermind, right? Yeah. Followed by a few clicks of Combat Reflexes. On damage, we open up with a few clicks of the special power. He will take the place of the Avengers in their hearts, which gives him leadership and outwit. When he uses leadership and succeeds, you may choose a Marvel team ability that isn't uncopyable. As long as Zemo is on the map, friendly characters with the Master of Evil or Thunderbolt's keywords can use the chosen team ability until he chooses again. We then finish with a couple clicks of Exploit Weakness, which will go nicely with that Charge and Blades. After Zemo, we've got, also from Captain America and the Avengers, Mach 10. One of my favorite members of the Thunderbolts, in all honesty. Formerly known as the Spider-Man villain, the Beetle. But, yeah, Abe is a founding member of the Thunderbolts. When the Thunderbolts first formed, he called himself Mach 1. And basically, he's upgraded his armor 9 times since then, so Mach 10. So, he comes in at 75 points. He's got the Master of Evil and Thunderbolts and armor keywords. He's got improved targeting, ignores hidden terrain. We got the Assemble Bolts and Masters trait, as well as the other trait, upgrading the Mach lineup. Free. Choose a standard power printed on this card. Mach 10 can use the chosen power this turn. Okay? Looking at his dial, we've got a few clicks of running shot, followed by a few clicks of sidestep. A click of energy explosion on attack, then a click of psychic blast, then precision strike, then quake, then capacitate, then steal energy. Defense, we open up with a click of impervious, followed by some invulnerability, followed by toughness, followed by inertial deflection. Damage, we get a few clicks of perplex, followed by a few clicks of range combat expert. Okay, all right. And bear in mind, any of those can be used on any point at any point of the dial. So, if you say he's got a token early on, you can say, okay, well, I'm going to choose, instead of using him this turn, I'll use inertial deflection. So he's got that and impervious, so, you know, if someone tries to shoot at him, they got to hit a 19. Well, maybe he can go towards a, yeah, I'm also going to perplex up his defense, so it's a 20. But yeah, honestly, I like the way Mach 10 plays. And I'm glad we got him in Captain the Avengers last year. I think he could be a little bit better, but, you know, well, yeah, I think he could be better. I also know he could be a lot worse. And rounding out the Thunderbolts team, we've got the unstoppable Juggernaut from House of X. Juggy here comes in at 175 points. He's got the Brotherhood of Mutants, Excalibur, Thunderbolts, X-Men, Brute, and Mystical keywords, as well as improved movement. Ignores hindering terrain and ignores and destroys blocking. We also have a trait, Mystical Helmet, which gives him colossal stamina. Also, he can reduce penetrating damage and has protected outwit. This is not Protected outwit. This is protected outwit. So basically, he cannot be targeted by outwit, or at least it doesn't affect him. Looking at his dial. Well, we also have the Brother of Mutants team ability. I forgot about that. But looking at his dial, we have a full run of a speed power. Once he starts, he can't be stopped, which gives him charge. And when Juggernaut uses it, you may choose to not have his speed. If you do, he can use improved movement, ignores characters, and can only move in a direct path. If Juggernaut used charge during your last turn, he can't become immobile. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that's what he's got for speed there. So potentially speaking, on top dial, he can charge up to 13 squares away. And that's if you don't perplex his speed value up. That's most of the damn map. Alright, on attack, we've got a nicely sized chunk of super strength followed by some steel energy. He's got indomitable. Opens up a few clicks of impervious, then a few clicks of vulnerability, then some toughness. And we end with special. On defense, we end with the special power Satorax Chosen. It's a stop click, grants him impervious, but he succeeds on a 4 through a 6. So yeah, he's got a 50-50 chance to hit impervious on that one. Plus, he's got steel energy, so he can heal off of it. On damage, we open up with special power Nothing Stops the Juggernaut, which gives him Battle Fury. Opposing characters within 4 squares can't use Stop, Leadership, or Perplex. If they already use Perplex, the modifier temporarily doesn't apply. We then get some mid-dial plain Battle Fury, and then back to Nothing Stops the Juggernaut. So yeah, he can ignore Shape Change for the entirety of his dial. He's got Colossal Stamina. He can do full move charge. Yeah. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. And I haven't got to play with him yet. Anyway, let me know in the comments below which team you think I should use, because in all honesty, even though that Juggernaut is amazing, I'm honestly torn as to which team I want to use, because I've been wanting to use an AIM team since I got my hands on MODOK last year. I just really haven't had the opportunity to do so. Personally, I prefer to run a larger AIM team that has which has much more in the way of beekeepers as well as villains that have worked with AIM. But hey, beggars and choosers, right? Anyway, that's all for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.